Well, this is embarrassing. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry lost it big time when they were in New York City last week. It's me, Steph the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, filling in for Andy today. And yes, let's jump into it because Team Sussex, Hazard and Megxie will not be happy with these headlines. So we have got body language expert Judi James speaking to the Express, saying that Hazard and Megxie looked slightly lost as they're trying to rebrand themselves. Now, she thinks they're happy together as a couple, which I actually disagree with, but they came across as slightly lost at events because they no longer have advisors directing them. So she says, quote, they're clearly happy together, but in terms of the way they want to brand themselves, I think they're slightly lost. So when Hazard pulled back when he quit as a working royal, he did lose some of the things that come with being a royal in the first place, like police security. But the thing is, Judi James is saying that actually he had to give up more than that, saying, quote, I think Harry, his body language recently, he maybe didn't remember when you're not a royal anymore, you do have to look after yourself, work out your own choreography, and there's not people walking around whispering in your ear, this is so-and-so, and they've been building their allotment for the past year. I think he probably forgot how a royal, their life is made easy in the way of being ferried around, and all they have to do is pretty much stand there and smile and chat to people. Now, that last bit in terms of, well, all a royal has to do is pretty much stand there, smile and chat to people. Again, I respectfully disagree with Judi James. There's a lot more involved than that. But she also thinks that the couple may have rushed into this new life away from the royal family, and now they're trying to figure things out as they go along, you know. In my life, I'm making it up as I go along, and it looks like they're doing the same as well, saying, quote, I think him and Meghan, quite rightly, I still feel it's a shame they're not in the royal family doing this. They threw themselves into change and being a bit of a revolution, which, yeah, I'll be honest with you, it is a shame that they couldn't hack it and that they left the royal family and then did what they did afterwards, right? There was so much hope and promise with these two being in the royal family, and they messed it up spectacularly, right? Then she goes on to say, tactile, they're lovely, romantic, PDAs, they look like real people and they're very good fun. And they actually did make William Kate back in the day look a little bit stuffy, which is true. It is true. At one point, when they were in the royal family, Megxie and Hazard were more popular than Prince William and Princess Catherine. That is true. She then goes on to say, you know, it was like, why don't you just get out there and hug people and everything like that? But I think they might just be realising that mistake, and then said, so that's the problem. Once you start that personal soap opera being too revealing, it's really hard to come back from it and just get on with your job. And so this is the problem, right? Megxie and Hazard, they're lost. They are totally lost, according to body language expert Judi James, for the simple fact that they don't have the advisors around to basically tell them what to do. They don't have this, quote, military operation where everything is choreographed. So when they're going to events in New York City, like the first ever in-person summit for the Archewell Foundation, it's not looking swish, it's not looking flush, it's looking messy as hell because it's not choreographed, because they don't have the apparatus that the royal family have. And as such, they are lost without it, guys. And this is the thing, it goes even further. Because they're lost without it, Prince Hazard doesn't know what to do, and it is showing because he is now losing the battle to Megxie at events, as, you know, his body language changes. And so again, Judi James is coming in again, pointing to Hazard's changing body language during their appearance last month at Kevin Costner's 1805 Live charity event for the first responders in Santa Barbara, right? And she told the Mirror, quote, his hand gestures here at the Costner gig are also different for Harry. Most of them, like clapping hands together and that high, almost pleading hand claps, are the sort of gestures that tend to say one thing. Please listen to me. So he's like this, and it's like, please listen to me. It's like he's desperate to get the attention because Megsy's winning at the moment when it comes to getting attention. And it seems like, according to this body language expert, Hazard ain't liking it. She's also saying they suggest a desire to be listened to when someone speaks and a desire to get and hold the attention and respect of the listener. Also saying, it's interesting here then that Harry ends up being interrupted by his wife. Not only does he seem to be fighting for the guy's attention, he also seems to be losing the battle to Meghan too. She appears to take over with the smile and social ease that Harry might be lacking. And then Judi James also added, quote, Harry is having to do something he never had to do before, which is to fight for attention and to win or earn admiration. As a royal in the UK, he fought to avoid attention, but was clearly sucked up to, adored and listened to everywhere he went. Being royal meant whole events would be planned around him and his fans queued to get a chance to touch and get near him. Now, with Judi James, again, I slightly do agree with her. I'm going to keep it 100. Having to fight for attention and to win or earn admiration. I mean, let's keep it 100 here, right? The royal family do have a media apparatus around them. It's very, 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 very easy for them, to get the admiration, to get the press, to get the clicks, right? I mean, with Hazard, when he was in the royal family, back when he was a teenager, he wasn't admired. He was doing dumb shiz. But unfortunate for him, he was Prince Hazard, so it was all done in the glare of the public and the world stage, right? It was only when, pretty much after his teenage years and he got into the army, that's when really people started to respect him and admire him because he started to kind of turn a corner, right? So yeah, slightly disagree with Judi on that one. But yeah, he was adored and listened to everywhere he went when he did turn that personal corner and he did go along the road to improvement in himself, right? We all saw it and we were like, yes, finally, because we were rooting for him. We really, 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 really were, right? And so this is the thing. It's getting now embarrassing for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Why? Because reports are coming now that on the heels of, their Spotify deal going south a couple of months ago and that being made public, that the confirmation is coming through now that Prince Hazard and Megsy were humiliated by that particular failure. And so, Prince Hazard has got two things that he has to contend with here. Firstly, the humiliation of the failed projects that are coming out left, right and centre. I mean, yeah, the Spotify is an absolute big one, yes, I grant you. But there's also other failures as well, such as the Heart of Invictus series, right? Didn't even make the top 10 in the UK or the US on Netflix, right? That's a big, massive, massive failure on his part, right? So not only is he having to deal with the failures when it comes to, the projects that they've got, but he's also got to deal with the massive failures that he just doesn't know what he's doing anymore when it comes to public events, right? And then B, even when he is at these public events, he has to then deal with the further humiliation that he's losing the battle to Megsy. That Megsy's getting all the attention and he's not really getting any at all. Ooh, that's got on a sting, right, guys? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course there's gonna be more, then make sure you subscribe to Popcorn Palace, like this video, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you want some extra bonus content from myself and Andy on this channel, and I bet you do, then consider becoming a prince, princess, king or queen today and become a member on this channel for exclusive videos from us. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Really appreciate all your faces, and until the next time, you guys, laters.